Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I missed it. Hello.
Nope.
There's the intro.
You're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, I'm Naomi. I'm singing in Phantom Divine.
Hi everyone, I'm bass player and I'm the Shane of the band.
Hi everyone, I'm Corey, and I play lead slide whistle.
And I am Daniel. I make things go boom.
What is the meaning behind the band name?
Funny enough, actually, I was on my way home from work. It was a very long drive, and I was thinking about my friend's dog. Happened to be named Phantom, and I was thinking of cool names that would go with the word Phantom. And now the internet thinks that we're named after a song by Kamelot, because that's the cool thing to do, but that's not actually true.
Is there like any other place in the world where you'd have a metal band and it's like, how did you get your name? And they'd be like, my friend's dog. I feel like that's like a very Alberta. I feel like that's like the most Alberta thing about us.
Definitely is.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the Cosmic Vision?
Naomi,
Yeah.
do you want to answer?
So the Cosmic Vision, the album, it was kind of interesting how we did this one because Corey already had five instrumental tracks, and he sent them to me to create the vocal part for. And when I first heard the song, the Cosmic Vision, I was like, oh, it's Mars, the bringer of war. Like, okay, so we've got like this cosmic thing going on. And I think originally you had called the track Moonlight, right? If I remember.
The original,
yeah, so
title
it was like
for the song Cosmic Vision was Moonlight.
yes, exactly. So I'm like, yeah, we had to go with the cosmic thing. Also at the time, like I was in school to become a yoga teacher. So I had a lot of yoga philosophy fresh in my head. So a lot of the lyrics are based from that. And the song, The Cosmic Vision, the title is taken from the climax of the Bhagavad Gita, which is like very iconic text for yoga practitioners. So yeah, it was kind of fun. So all of those songs, except for last one, Corey had pretty much already written the whole song. Last one on the track, Darkness to Light, that's the only one where we kind of all wrote it together. And that was super fun.
Can you talk about the lyrics?
I can go through them. Like River of Dreams, I didn't write those lyrics, so I can't talk about them. That was one where Elvan, somebody that Corey had hired previously.
Yeah.
So she's gonna get so many royalties from us.
Oh, tons and
Like,
tons.
she's just gonna be like rolling in the cash. for
Yeah,
the cut of that
Yeah,
song.
yeah. She's got like 90% of it. Like she basically owns Phantom Divine.
What about the other songs?
Necromancer, I think that's the only song where we kept the title the same. Like Corey would send the tracks to me with a working title, and all of them changed except for Necromancer. That song is exploring ideas about like colonization and imperialization or imperialism from the perspective of the people already living there. But because it was already named the Necromancer, I'm like, it's good to keep this fantasy element in the lyrics, because this topic is kind of too heavy to discuss in any other way. The Cosmic Vision, I already talked about it. That's like, yoga stuff. It's if in the book, it's about Arjuna's struggles and like basically Krishna's response. So, yeah. My Purpose, that's very introspective song that's just about mental health. Yeah. Break Your Patterns. Yeah, the lyrics changed a lot on that one, and yeah, it's self-explanatory. Darkness to Light, that one, I wrote it in anticipation of the winter solstice, actually. And I think when I sent it to Corey, we were kind of back and forth with writing it, and then we completed it 2 days after the solstice. And I was like, yes. I really wanted to make a song like in compound time because we didn't have one yet. So it was really fun writing that one. So anyway, the lyrics are about doing shadow work, which is basically just becoming comfortable with your shadow or your own darkness or the parts that you've repressed so that you can heal. And the structure of the song is kind of different. The chorus, it feels a bit more like a verse, and the verse feels a bit more like a chorus. So yeah, it was neat to kind of flip things around.
Can you tell us a little bit about the cover art?
Yeah, cover art was done by the wonderful Ana Cruz. She is from Portugal. She designed our CD as well, all the booklets and everything. She did a very wonderful job. We went to her with an idea. We had a basic idea. We had some references for her to look over. Basically, what you see on the cover is pretty much self-explanatory.
Do you think it's important to have a label deal? I think it's just with how technology and social media has progressed, there's not really a need to, not as much of a need to have a label do all this stuff for you. If you're good at self-promoting and just staying up to date with pretty much all of your fans or social media, just keeping people kind of in the loop, there's not really a need to have much in terms of extra promotion. But I mean, it might be nice to get some of the backing in terms of finances or extra promotion, but you don't really need that. Have you had to postpone shows due to COVID?
Yes, all of them.
Well, so far we have a whole one show booked anyways. As of right now, it's not canceled or postponed, and I really hope it doesn't, because then we'll all be really, really sad.
In terms of Phantom Divine, we are kind of just starting with live performances, so we haven't really had much to do with shows yet. But in some of the other bands that some of the members are in, there's been a lot of postponing or even full-on cancellations of some gigs. So
yeah, I mean, to be fair, this band pretty much got started during COVID anyways. I mean, a little bit before, but
Yeah.
a large portion of the work happened while COVID was already going on anyways. So it's not a new shocking situation to this band.
it's typical for a band to just jump on stage as soon as you're writing songs and things anyway. So we're kind of reaching the point where it's really hard to say. Have you had any epic fails during live performances?
I had, so not with this band, because as we just said, we never played. But last weekend, I had a very inebriated giant woman fall on my drum set.
The one from the album cover.
No, but yeah, I was playing at a place where there was no stage and a small dance floor, so I guess the drum set became the dance floor for a moment. Of course, everyone I told, their first thought was, did she break anything? And my thought was on the drum set or herself, because my drums were fine, but I'm sure she didn't feel great the next day.
The drums are the most important part, so.
Yeah, but they probably hurt her more than she hurt them. They are spiky.
Some advice I can say for sure is stay very well hydrated. I've had a couple times where I'd be singing and you kind of choke up on some of the notes because your throat gets dry.
Or you need to have a drink between songs and tell the guy who wasn't expecting to talk to the crowd, and said guy makes a fool of himself in front of a crowd.
Hello, Corey.
Hello.
What's that?
You should just be better at talking to people. It's your own fault.
Just ask them if they think it's good and if they would buy it.
Yeah. Buy our,
Oh my.
is our stuff good enough? Will you buy our album, please?
You like our band?
I think my absolute favorite ever on stage fail was another band I'm in that uses backing tracks. We decided to pull a prank on the band leader, and I I meant to insert at the very end of the song. So it was the last song. So the idea is that we would like walk off stage to Scatman by Scatman John. However, my software didn't order it correctly, so it actually started playing in like the middle of the bridge. And I think all it got out were the words, "I'm the Scat Man," but it just happened, and then we kept playing the song, and that was probably my like most favorite on stage fail because it was actually perfect.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't done a show in a long time, but I think probably my biggest epic fail was playing viola one time. I had a solo, and I started the solo like on the wrong string. So it was a fifth lower than it should have been. Oh my goodness.
Any new music that has impressed you?
Yeah, there was one today I was listening by Mastodon, and I can't remember the name. The guitar part was really cool. It was like arpeggios the whole song, but like they changed it a little bit. What was it called? Oh, I'm going to have to look it up. I forget. Tear Drinker. Yeah, very cool single. Usually when I'm listening to new music, it's actually old music because I listen to a lot of opera and European classical music. So yeah, me discovering new music is hundreds of years old.
Man, I was once in a car with my friend, this was years ago, and she played a Bach fugue, organ fugue. And I caught myself in my moment of not thinking, just before my mouth blurted out, "Is that actually a recording of Bach?" I caught myself, but it was on the way out my mouth.
Wow, how did they do that way back
That's what
then?
we need for future songs. Some organ.
There we go.
Yeah.
Played by Bach.
Yeah.
Totally. I got it.
The newer kind of Unleash the Archer stuff's really
That's
good.
very true.
Oh yeah.
That's very true. I kind of...
Did you
I-
hear
I-
new
I
Beast
keep
in
forgetting-
Black song?
Yes, I've been.
The new single is really good, actually.
Yeah.
The music video is like really
Oh my
cheesy.
goodness. I actually watched it. I
So cheesy.
Ooh, I gotta see that now.
Yeah.
I loved it.
It's like cyberpunk cheese from the 80s. It's great.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
It was an experience.
Moving on. How do you think COVID will affect the music scene?
Will
Kind of
it already
talked about
had.
it already.
already like freaking decimated it. I mean, and with the whole, situation going on in Alberta, last weekend I played Friday and Saturday night, and both nights at places that would otherwise be jam-packed, it was just like crickets. So I worry for the venues. I do. Because now, they're, the government is giving them this exemption program that allows them to go ahead and resume business. But that doesn't necessarily mean everyone's going to come. So I'm definitely concerned for the venue's cash flow because they've already had a pretty hard go of it. And I'm happy and impressed by the ones that are still around. And I hope they manage to still be around. Because, it's unfortunately not looking good for them without, I think, a lot of help and support.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are just afraid to gather in public spaces still. And regardless of what people think about the vaccines, just you're losing some of your client base automatically by them not being able to attend. So you're going to be losing out on potential customers, and that's kind of inevitable. Tell us about your local music scene.
Well, that silence pretty much sums it up.
Yeah, I will say that from the bands that were around the scene are actually quite different from the sound that we are kind of striving for.
Absolutely.
A lot of bands that are around here, at least, that are really into the symphonic side of things or the more melodic. It's a lot of, I would say, death metal, deathcore, metalcore type sounds. So it's good for the people that like that kind of stuff, for people that want something a little more along the lines of what we're doing, there's not a lot of options for that.
See, my goal is to be in every symphonic metal band in Alberta, and I think I've already achieved that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I'm in two.
Yep.
Precisely. Kind of an amalgamation of the other symphonic bands. So you just kind of replace a member here or there, and you got a new band.
Yeah, that's definitely how it goes. To be fair, that's how they do it in Europe too. I mean, Nightwish is going to be Night Sun pretty soon.
Then last question: what are your future plans?
Well, in a couple hours, I'm going to go to bed. That's about as far as my plans go.
You have at least one gig coming up. We're looking at getting some more. I know that we're currently working on a new single, and we'll start production on our next music video here very shortly.
Yeah, we have lots of songs in the works right now, actually.
Yeah, we have a lot of material currently in the works. You'll be hearing from us very soon with some new material. Just stay tuned, and yeah, it'll be great.